Hi, my name is Lindsay Chekhov. I'm a junior at Oceanside High School and I plan on studying engineering in college.
Hello, my name is Christian. I'm currently a senior at Oceanside High School, and for the future, I plan on double majoring in mechanical engineering and computer science in college.
Hi, I'm Ava Blau, a junior at Oceanside High School, and I'm interested in studying architecture in college.
Hi, I'm Matt Christensen. I'm the K-12 Director of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Enrichment Programs at Oceanside Public Schools.
Hi, my name is John LaCascia. I'm a technology engineering teacher here at Oceanside High School. I've been teaching here for 7 years.
My name is Josephine Prestigiacomo. I am an AP Environmental teacher here at Oceanside High School, and I've been teaching 22 years.
At Oceanside High School, we have an engineering program, and I was a part of it since my freshman year. And my freshman year teacher, Mr. LaCascia, introduced me with the opportunity to get hands-on experience through the ECG program.
Dr. Harrington and Diane Pervito are a superintendent and assistant superintendent for a curriculum. Mentioned an energy initiative at one of our cabinet meetings last year. And asked me to become part of the program to try to get teachers and students involved so that we had the student voice and a larger community voice in the actual project.
My engineering teacher first brought this energy savings opportunity up to me, and I was interested in it because it connected two subjects that I'm passionate about: helping the environment and engineering.
And that's what really got me interested, is connecting what I learned in the classroom to real-world applications.
I was interested because I wanted to get hands-on experience since I want to go into the engineering field with my life.
I had the opportunity to experience hands-on activities such as touring the school and determining what had to be improved.
The hands-on activities we did with ECG was the building walkthrough, which the custodians allowed us to stay after school and look at the different systems we had in the high school, such as the boiler system and the lighting.
And then we went through all of the rooms in the school, seeing how we were wasting energy in smaller ways, such as leaving the lights on or leaving computers on.
After that, we went through a sample budget with ECG, where we looked at what energy systems were needed in the budget and what we could take out to make sure that the budget paid itself back.
The representatives from ECG and ESG were always present. They were always more than prepared to entertain students. When we did the building walk, I think it took us almost 2 hours because the students were just so engaged in looking at all the crevices and nooks and crannies in each of the classrooms, the boiler room, the electricity panels, etc.
The building walkthrough is really engaged, especially for our engineering students, because when we talk about the systems in a house, the mechanical systems, whether it's your heating system or cooling system, we show pictures, we tell them to go home and look for their systems in their basements or in their attics or wherever they are. But being able to walk through the whole building and look at our furnace, fire our furnace off, look at our electrical room, look at our roof, look at the AC units, all those things, the students really then took that concept and really understood it better, because not only did we talk about it in class, show pictures, tell them to go home, but then they saw it in a commercial setting.
Touring the boiler room stands out the most for me because it was such a major way that our school is outdated and such a major way that we could be saving so much more energy. And honestly, I learned that we need to focus more on the bigger things in order to efficiently save energy.
With the energy initiative, almost the entire AP environmental curriculum is based on finding solutions to our current problems in the world. So there's a huge fit there with that particular course. And in our civil engineering course, it's all about trying to be able to design residential and commercial structures. So for students to be able to see some of those actual plans come into action, or at least in the planning phase of what we got through thus far, it was great to see parts of that curriculum come to life.
My teachers most connected math and the real world experience when we were doing the budgeting and figuring out how most efficiently we could use the money we had in order to save the most amount of energy.
What I learned in the classroom really allowed me to adapt to the sample budget and really allowed me to bring my own ideas into that budget. What I learned in civil engineering and how to conserve energy and make sure energy is used efficiently as possible really allowed me to put forth my best effort within that sample budget.
In civil engineering, we already talk about heat loss and gain. We talk about water runoff, how to get water to a building, where the rainwater goes. So we already do these calculations, whether it's based on a residential building or a commercial building, depending on where we are in the curriculum. So it really was very easy for us to be able to talk about our building and talk about these heat loss functions with the students, because we already had a fundamental for heat loss and gain calculations.
And as far as the AP environmental curriculum, a lot of that lends itself already naturally. They were talking about possibly putting solar panels on the entire building or part of the building. So that already lends itself to a lot of the stuff that we do. And in terms of water, where rainwater goes, how that comes into the building, we talk about all those calculations as well. So it really we didn't have to do too much to the curriculum, right, to change it.
When I walked by classrooms after school, I would notice so much energy being used for no reason, and it made me more aware of my actions.
So the building walkthrough really opened my eyes to the energy wasted within the building, and then I translated that into what I can do in my own household. Every time I left the room, I made sure I turned off the lights, and every time I left, I made sure the AC was off so that we don't waste energy when nobody's in the room.
One of the things I learned the most was cooperative learning and team building through working with the team and working with new people that I've never met before, which is such an important skill to have in the real world and in education and everywhere in my life.
Our goal was to get the community and the school board to see the benefits of this project. We presented a slideshow and our point of view about why we should do this project.
And the goal was to inform the public and the board about what we were doing and how beneficial it would be to not only us as students, but the school and community as a whole.
And the experience of presenting to the board was quite nerve-wracking, but it was a great opportunity for me to practice my public speaking skills and transfer what I've learned in other activities, extracurriculars I do for the school.
Good evening, fellow community members and board members. My name is Christian Piedrita, and I'm a current junior at Oceanside High School. And through my years, I've taken almost every single engineering class that the school offers and numerous AP science courses. When my engineering teacher came up to me with the student outreach program that was granted by ECG and ESG, I couldn't pass up on the opportunity to apply what I knew, what I learned in the classroom to real-world applications, and to take this opportunity to advance myself and get ready for college. We learned what a rebate was, which is how it's money given to incentivize the clients to accept the project and to undertake the project. We learned what the simple payback was, which is how many years it would take for that improvement and that upgrade to pay itself back. The most important thing we learned were the solar power and solar panels that could be added to the high school and all the buildings within the district. As a student body representative, I encourage you all to capitalize on this opportunity to save energy and transform the Oceanside School District into a green district.
I actually think it's pretty significant how most people think that fossil fuel is the largest contributor of that is obviously transportation, but the second most largest contributor is community buildings such as schools. And if you multiply the amount of buildings we have in this district, that adds up to a lot of fossil fuels being burned and could potentially be saved. And just being able to learn and take what you learn in the classroom and apply it elsewhere is a very vital skill. And likewise, both of these projects have the overwhelming support of the student body. And I truly believe that this project will put Oceanside on the map as a leader in green and sustainable way of life.
Do it.
I would say do it.
Yeah.
It's worth it. It was a great experience. The kids enjoyed it. If you can get your kids involved, that's probably one of the biggest, I think, successes for our school was having kid involvement, teacher involvement, all parties involved.
I would suggest to definitely do it because as a student, I learned a lot from it, and the teachers also got to learn a lot from it. And it was a real life scenario that we got to participate in.
I would suggest to schools that they follow through completely and get as many students as possible involved, because it doesn't only benefit the individual student by team building skills and getting hands-on experience, or just the school by just saving energy, but the larger community and environment around us as a whole.
I would say definitely go for it. It's such a valuable experience for the students. Not only are we looking to become more energy efficient, that whole aspect with the infrastructure of our school buildings, but by partnering with a company like ECG or ESG, it really allowed the curriculum to come to life. That aspect I don't think would have been there, and I don't think we would have had the community support if we didn't have that student voice at the board meetings. The students spoke so eloquently about the entire process, and it really allowed the school board to see how passionate the student body was about this and how important it was for them and their future.